As the 2024 campaign season heats up, President Joe Biden is hitting the road on Wednesday. The president will deliver what the White House is calling a major speech in Chicago to highlight how his economic policies are paying dividends for the American people. For more on that, let's bring in White House senior advisor Anita Dunn. Anita, great to have you on. I guess we start by asking you to define Bidenomics.
Mika, thanks for having me on this morning. So if Reaganomics was based on the idea that if you cut taxes for the wealthiest corporations, the wealthiest people in the society, and that at some point the remnants of those will trickle down to the middle class and the working class, Bidenomics is the exact opposite. Bidenomics says that the way you grow the economy in this country is you grow the middle class. You invest in manufacturing, you invest in the kinds of jobs that are going to give people the chance to get ahead. You invest in American workers. You make sure they have the education and tools they need, because you give an American worker the tools, they can go anywhere. And you go after the idea that competition lowers prices and creates more room for small businesses and everybody to grow. So Bidenomics is about the investments that this country is making in clean climate technology, in infrastructure across this country, in chips, in making sure the supply chain is here, and making sure that things are built in America, made in America by American workers.
So I know you can give me a number of reasons as to how and why it's working. And this president certainly has a lot of wins given during this presidency as it pertains to the economy and creating jobs. But some would ask why it isn't translating into more support for Joe Biden.
Well, I think what you're seeing right now, Mika, is people are just starting to really feel the effects of these programs that got put in place the first 2 years of Joe Biden's presidency. He had a truly historic rate of success when it comes to major economic programs that are building the foundation and the infrastructure for America to lead the world, not just in innovation, but in manufacturing, in the number of jobs we've created, in exports again. People are starting to feel that now. Today, the president will announce that we are ready to complete the process of making sure that every American in this country has high-speed broadband. This is a huge thing for the 7% of the people in this country, millions of people who don't have access to it. It's the most significant public investment, probably, infrastructure investment since the rural electrification program of the 1930s. This matters to people, and they can feel these things. When the bridge gets rebuilt really quickly on I-95 in Philadelphia, you feel that. When the roads get widened so it doesn't take you as long to commute to your job, you feel those things. When your insulin that used to cost $200 a month costs $35 a month, you feel those things. So we will be continuing throughout the summer to make the point that this is really making a difference in people's lives in those communities that were hollowed out over the last 40 years, where manufacturing had moved overseas and people lost that sense of pride and hope. And those factories are starting up again with the technologies of the future. And that is Bidenomics.
Jen.
Hi, it's Palmieri, Anita. So we all understand that there is a risk when you sort of self-brand your economic policy, as you all have done with Bidenomics, at a time, particularly at a time when most of the American public are still feeling uncertain about the economy. But you all decided that it was worth doing that anyway, and you decided that now was the time. So why is it worth that risk? Because it could very easily be co-opted by Republicans if people aren't feeling the economy is doing well, and why now?
Listen, even if the economy is doing well, the Republicans will say it's doing poorly. So we're not going to spend a huge amount of time worrying about them. You know, the American people have seen the huge successes. They're just starting to feel them, but they really need to understand why. Why is it that Joe Biden feels so strongly about transforming this economy so it works for the middle class? And they need to understand that at the core of his value system and his beliefs is this idea that economic growth depends on the growth of the middle class, that that's how you grow this economy, is by is from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down. You give working people a chance to get ahead. You make the middle class more successful, let them continue to grow. And that's how we grow this economy. And that is everything that underpins his programs. And so it's an appropriate time now that everything is in place and some of these huge effects are just starting to be felt, to really go out and define for the American people what this is all about and why it's going to work for them.
White House senior advisor Anita Dunn, thank you very much for being on the show this morning.